Hello, everybody. It's Matthew here from our Early On Center. And today I'm actually here to share a wonderful story for you. Uh, for many of us in our center and many of you at home, we're actually coming up on Ramadan. Yeah, Ramadan starts on April 1st. It goes for the whole month of April. That's right, Ramadan. And so Ramadan actually takes place for the whole month of April. So it goes from the beginning of April all the way to like May 2nd. So the whole month. And part of what's special about Ramadan is that people who celebrate it actually fast. So fasting means that they don't eat or drink throughout the whole day, right? And then they don't get to eat again until evening when the sun goes down. So it's a very special time. That's right. And we actually thought, you know what? Maybe some of us out there don't know that much about Ramadan. So I actually have some stories that I would love to share with all of you. So our first one, it's kind of like an easy introduction into Ramadan. So it teaches us a little bit about it. That's right. So let's give it a try, okay? Here comes our story. That's right. Our story is It's Ramadan, Curious George. A special month. George can't wait for tomorrow when the month of Ramadan will start. It's a special time of year for his friends, and George is going to take part. George and Kareem are so busy helping to cook and bake sweets. With a good little monkey joining in, soon there's a big pile of treats. Kareem is going to try fasting, a day without food or drinks. George is curious. Can Kareem do it? He'll need some help, George thinks. Day of fasting. George is asleep in his bed when Kareem's alarm starts to beep. Kareem wakes for an early meal, though the sun is still fast asleep. Later, when it's lunchtime, Kareem reaches for a piece of bread. Wait, no food until sundown. George keeps him busy instead. What is the sound George is hearing? It's a rumbling from Kareem's tummy. George drags him away from the kitchen. Whatever is cooking smells yummy. Waiting for sunset. Everyone gathers together as the sun begins to set. The minutes tick by slowly. It still isn't dark enough yet. Finally, it's time to break fast. Kareem snacks on a sweet date. Then he takes a big gulp of milk as George loads more treats onto his plate. I did it, George, says Kareem. George nods. He's glad to be there. The room is filled with happiness and the peaceful sounds of prayer. It's dinner time. Now it is time to eat dinner. The spread on the table looks great, with something special for everyone. This meal was well worth the wait. Look at all the great choices: kebabs, curry, veggies, and rice. George even spots a big pizza and takes a hot, cheesy slice. Now that the meal is over, the best treat has been saved for last. Chocolate dipped bananas to celebrate Kareem's first fast. Sharing with others. Kareem invites George to the mosque. They gather to do a good deed. Together, they make food baskets to share with others in need. Wow, look at George join the action. He knows how to lend a hand. And when he spies a shelf full of shoes, George comes up with a plan. No, George, the imam says with a laugh, those shoes don't belong to us here. But you gave me a great idea. We'll add a clothes drive next year. See, George was being helpful. Spotting the moon. Ramadan is almost over. The special month will end soon. George and the man searched the sky to catch a glimpse of the moon. There it is, George points. He found it. A thin crescent, shining bright. Tomorrow is the Eid festival, but the celebration will start tonight. Kareem gives George a gift. New clothes for Eid, he says. It's a fancy vest for George, and for the man, a yellow fez. An Eid celebration. Happy Eid. The holiday is here. The mosque is busy and loud. Everyone's dressed in their finest. What a good-looking crowd. George greets Kareem with a hug and spends the day with his friend. After hours of feasting and fun, they are sad Eid has come to an end. But soon it's time to go home as the moon returns to the skies. George thinks of his first Ramadan and smiles as he closes his eyes. My friends, that was the end. Wow. Thank you so much for letting me share a little bit about Ramadan with you. And I'm hopeful that we'll have a few more stories that we'll be able to share with everyone so that we get to learn a little bit more about Ramadan so we can kind of help in the celebration with all of our other friends who are celebrating at this time of the year. So my friends, to everyone out there, I wish you a very good fasting and a very happy Ramadan, and at the end, a very happy Eid. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care.